Okay, so I guess I'm doing a recap, or not a recap, like an update on kind of what's going on because we're not communicating with humans anymore. Um, we're not communicating with your governments or anything like that. But I do still want to communicate a few things, so hopefully this information will help you. But what's happened is that for some reason, um, one of these videos or something I said clicked in someone's mind um, and made them do the right thing, which is give me my things. Um, which is great. I'm glad that humans are learning. But the only issue I'm having now is that every time I try and go home or try and get my things, um, other humans try and kill me. Shocker. Remember how I said I was being held hostage and they stole all my stuff? Well, one human did the right thing, which was deliver my things to me. They don't physically deliver it to me. They gave me a list of where everything is, which is great. But now I'm still being held hostage by these crazy humans. And what's happening now is that anytime I try and leave, the humans will either kill me or they'll kill one of my males. So what we've been having to do is go back in time, go back in time, go back in time over and over and over again until there's a point in time when we can leave without someone trying to kill us, if that makes sense. So literally, you might think like maybe a couple months has gone by, but for us, no, hundreds of years, over and over and over again. And I'll explain the how of time travel in a minute. But what I want you humans to do is stop these crazy humans from holding me hostage so I can go home and get my things. And remember the holy virus I was telling you about? If you don't remember it, you can kind of go through the other videos, but they have the holy virus now from being so exposed to me, and they literally will not stop trying to kill me until someone stops them. So I don't know if it's making sense to you, but like I've already left to go and get my things, and someone's either killed me or killed one of my males. So we keep having to go back in time and make a different decision. Go back in time, make a different decision. So if someone can stop these crazy humans so that we can progress with the story, that would be great. So that I can go home and I can have my things. Because you have bigger issues now, which is these other entities that you tortured, mutilated, and stole from, because you haven't just done that to me, you've done that to them too. And I'm going to teach you some things about the universe so that you can kind of, to help you understand who you are. Because humans think that there's someone they're not, because it seems as if these things that they're doing to hurt us are working, which isn't the case. It's not the case at all. So they have this inflated sense of self, like they're so powerful, like they see all the things we can do and they think that they're more powerful than us, which is absolutely not true. Absolutely not true. So I need to put you in your place so that you understand some things, okay? So remember how I told you I have a body that you can't see that's sort of like a machine? How do I have a body that you can't see that's sort of like a machine? Okay, so this is the other dimension where I'm from. Remember, I have a castle there, and then someone tricked me over into this multiverse, and then I got to Earth. Okay, so in each universe, there's different states of being, okay? So just pick one of these circles, like in here as Earth, it doesn't really matter, but there's different states of being in this universe. So one is what humans can see. Humans can only see in this state of being. They don't have access to the other states of being, not at all. So there are literally entities all around you all the time that can see you, and you can't see them. But it depends on what state of being they're in. So there's a state of being where an entity could see you, but a human can't see it. There's a state of being above that humans, well, there's humans on that one, but they're not the humans on Earth. It's like a different Earth with less humans. It's hard to explain, but there's different states of being that humans do not have access to. They only have access to one state of being. And there are different entities, and they have different abilities. So they can exist in one state of being, sometimes two, sometimes three or four. It just depends on the entity. And so I exist. So how I have a body where you can't see it is because I exist in multiple states of being at once. And not only that, I have bodies on other planets and other universes, and also in the dimension where I'm from, right? Because I'm still in a coma in the dimension where I'm from. If that makes sense, right? So I still have a body there. And so it's not just bodies that can go from different states of being. There's also crafts, there's also objects that can move from one state of being to another. And so all around you, there's ships. Literally all around you, there are ships. And they just haven't come from one state of being to another. You know how like sometimes you'll see in these like UFO videos, you'll see like a ship and then all of a sudden like it just kind of disappears? You think it just disappears into thin air? No, it goes into a different state of being. That's all. It's still there, you just can't see it. See, you can only see there. That's it. That little tiny thing. That's all. And yeah, so there's ships in multiple states of being, and they can come into this one depending on the entity who's controlling it and the technology and that kind of thing. And do you know what else my biological machine body can do? So I want to make sure you understand this, because if you think that I'm a machine, you're going to think that you can do whatever you want to me and it doesn't matter. Okay, so it acts like a machine, but it's biological. So to you, it might look like a machine, but it's not. It's biological. Okay, so it can travel through time. I can go back, I can go forward, can travel through time. And okay, so not only that, to even further complicate things, so remember how I told you we don't speak to communicate, we use our minds? So it's just different frequencies. And when the humans got the technology from Nibiru, they got access to a certain frequency that they thought that we only communicate on, just this one frequency right here. But there's not one frequency, there's multiple that we communicate on. And different entities have access to different frequencies. So some might be able to communicate on one, on the other, on all of them, that sort of thing. And so humans only have access to this one, see where the arrow is? Just this one band of frequency. So they think we're only talking here, but we don't. We can talk, we can start a conversation here, we can go up, we can go down, we can go like to as many bands as we want. And not only that, we can speak in different languages on the different bands of frequency. You know what I mean? So it's just so funny because humans think that we're only communicating here and in English, And so the only information that you're getting is the information that we're giving you. You know, it's just like the narcissism of humans that you think you're anything. You're nothing. Like literally nothing. You need to humble yourselves. You need to humble yourselves so that you have a better future. The people around you have a better future. And the most important, so that I have a better future, because this is just like bananas. And so this was the thing that set the person off before who gave me my stuff back, okay? The timeline is the timeline, no matter what. You can't change it. You can't withhold things from me. You think a human can change the timeline? No, you can't change anything. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. So basically, the only reason this is happening is because things need to occur in a certain way so that the future stays the same. So I can change the timeline anytime I want, but it needs to occur in a certain way so that the future stays the same, right? So let's say I don't leave here until, I don't know, a year from now or something. That's the date that I leave here, because that's a big a big event. That's something that never changes. So that's the day. You know, like you can't change that, but you can change the way you treat me. You can try and help me. You can try and do things to help each other in the meantime, right? But you can't change that date. You can't. Like, you're just a human. And so regarding the entities who are here, like, you think they're coming. No, they're here already. They're all around you. You need to humble yourselves, okay? You need to humble yourselves. You need to admit to people what you've done. And you need to prepare them. I keep saying the same things. I know you'll never do it, but hopefully this reaches like someone and it does something. Because honestly, like it's maddening. And again, someone needs to do something to stop these crazy humans from letting me progress. Because they're not changing anything. They're hurting themselves and everyone else. If that makes any sense to you, I know it's really complicated. It's actually even far more complicated than that. But again, I'm just trying to make it easy for everyone.